second of the dot. Time is of no matter here. I don't even know what time it is right now. I just know that it's roughly 8:15-ish. Well, now 8:16 here on this awesome Tuesday night. And welcome all of my friends, every single one of you. Thank you guys so much for joining. Yeah, tonight definitely a change up, which by the way, got a lot of cool stuff I got to tell you guys about. So I know you guys will be real excited about it. We have this awesome new format all laid out for everybody. So let me just, I kind of changed things around here. It's kind of a learning curve or process, as they say. Yeah, some things will be out of sync. Hiya Gypsy, hiya Bella, hi Danielle, well, same thing, everybody. See Audrey, Shirley, wow, Charlene, Joe, let me see, John, Bev, Ozark. It's just scrolling up, guys. I'm trying to read as fast as it's going, so I apologize for that. Some of you will receive what they call lag. Joe, how are you, bud? Some will be right on cue. It depends on, obviously, several factors, internet, all that stuff. Scotty, how are you? Kathy, how you doing? So, with that being said, let's get started. I'm excited about tonight because, as many of you know, Tuesdays, we changed it all up. But, moving forward, we have a set platform for you guys. And the reason we're doing this is because we want to make it consistent so you guys are aware and know what's going on every single show. The only thing that hasn't changed is our Fridays. Speaking of Fridays, this Friday we have a guest co-host. I don't see her in here, but maybe she's incognito. Butter, what? Oh, Joe, I'm sorry. I thought you said you're having some peanut butter. I was like, all right, man. I like peanut butter. Peanut butter's good. Everybody have their snacks and their goodies and stuff like that. I do. Matter of fact, let me just show you guys what I have here. World's best favorites. Reese's Pieces. Love them. They're awesome. I took a break from the gummies. Right? Peanut butter, so yes, that's good. That's good. Iced tea. Oh yeah, you guys all junking out on iced tea and hold on, coffee. So there's a new little thing in this chat. I don't know if you guys have it. You should. It's a little emoji button on your chats that you click. I don't know if you guys are able to have, or if it shows. Let me just see if I can do it here. There we go. Watch. Now, if you guys already have this, then I'm feeling way behind schedule because, watch this. I'll send out tiny bubbles of hearts. Oh, you guys see it? Cool. And there it goes. It's just pumping out hearts and everything. Oh, so you guys do have it, huh? Cool. All right, well, unless that's just my button stuck. Nonetheless, it's cool. It's a little thing they come out with. I see everybody doing it now. A lot of people. John, you don't have it? Huh. Been there? Gypsy doesn't have it. Okay, I know some of you do because you can see the little emoji things floating up. 100% hearts. Yeah, maybe you have to update. I don't know. Mine was just here tonight. It's on the lower right side, John. I don't know, maybe if you have to expand it. I don't know how it works. And, yeah, Ozark, that's a little thing. I just noticed it tonight. So I was thinking maybe it's been there the whole entire time and I didn't notice it. Anyways, before I get sidetracked, which is easy to do with you guys because of all your interesting chatter you have. This Friday, our co-host, let me see, Miss Tess Olivia sister from another mister. She will be co-hosting the featured artist this Friday. Okay, that's already up. The link, the banner is already there. So we're going to have a great lineup, a lot of new artists, a lot of new members as well. And with that being said, guys, a lot of you have emailed and messaged about the show that we just had, the Friday's show. And so let me just explain so everybody here understands. We try to reach out and explain it as much as possible. What happens is YouTube, they'll vet the shows immediately. So when I get done the live show, it automatically is going on to the platform so you guys can come in and watch it. Sometimes it takes 24 hours for the show and the chats to stream. That's from YouTube. They have to vet it, make sure everything's kosher. Now what happens is sometimes songs, typically from other countries, they have a copyright on them. Now that's something that we can't control. You guys have no control over that. Nobody's doing anything wrong. It's just once in a while they will pull those songs. And what happens is if I can't remove those songs, they just block the entire video. So that's what happened with Friday's show. There was 4 songs out of the country that's owned by a company, management company, who does not allow any type of replay. Even though the show is free, they don't allow it. So that's what happened. We cannot control that. So if that happens again, guys, and the show is not on that very night or the following day, we will try to notify everybody. That's why you got to sign up for our email list. And for those of you that have, thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate it. All right. Hope that explains everything. And hi, Brian. And speaking about which, let's move forward with these cool announcements. Then we're going to get started with the show. Tonight is Master Your Music, and it's really cool. Many of you have already done it. Many of you are doing it, and it's really, really cool. A lot of cool techniques. You guys obviously can chat in. You can call in if you'd like, all right, to give your input. But it's really, really cool. Done a lot of homework on this for you guys. So here's it goes. The first week of our show program, we have Anything Goes, pretty much, which is what I'm doing tonight. But we'll send out the information. And if you guys subscribe on our emailing list, we will just send it out in bulk for those of you who are mailing members. So that's why you need to A, subscribe to the channel, B, get on our mailing list. We'd love to have you. So that's week 1. Week 2 is what you guys love, members pick. You guys pick the artist, but we changed it. No longer in chats. The artist cannot be featured or be in the chats. They have to be artists that you guys know, but that are not present in the chat. Okay? So, week 2, members pick. Week 3, guys, we have interview night. We're going to do 2 interviews per night, half hour, half hour. We can stretch the show out for you guys. Don't care. It's all about you guys. And week 4, which we thought was really, really cool, we already had trivia night, which, by the way, Gypsy is still the reigning champion of trivia night, which we have to have another one to kind of finalize that, give somebody a chance to fight Gypsy back to claim her throne, her queenship. Week 4, guys, is, now these are Tuesday nights, game night, which we thought is really, really cool. So week 4 is game night. And last but not least, ladies, not gentlemen, but ladies, our theme show for the end of the month, as many of you know, is Ladies Night. So we have to get some more ladies into the Ladies Night. So if you are interested in joining the Ladies Night, I believe it is the 30th. They can verify it, but it's the 30th. Please submit your information to Bev. We prefer if you use the email, so much easier. If you don't have that or not subscribed, yes, of course, send it to Bev. But the 30th is Ladies Night. So ladies, get your game on because I'm rooting for you here. All right? And I think that's it. We got the mailing list. We've got all that stuff. And Brian, thank you so much. And we might be having an interview with Brian pretty soon, as a matter of fact. Thank you so much for sending us your information, my friend. We received it. And last but not least, one of my favorite shows coming up is in August. It's going to be after the 16th, the week after the 16th of August, which is the Elvis Anniversary Special. That show, hosted by yours truly, me. We have a great big surprise in it for you guys. The team knows what it is, but they are vowed to ultimate secrecy. They cannot tell you what it is. So that's in August. That's going to be really, really cool. You do not want to miss that. Out of any show, don't miss the Elvis show, please. Okay? Just don't miss that. There's no excuses. You got to be crawling in order not to miss it. Gene, how are you, man? Yeah, Joe. So, yep, the mailing list. The team can send you the email. It's actually right on your screen right there. The Vocalist at mail. There you go. Look at that. Oh, I was seeing you, huh? Your lips are set. See? What a great team. Vowed to secrecy. That's what you gotta have. All right, guys, really quick for our many, many viewers out there, can you all please type in your states? I do this every once in a while to show people that you guys are literally from all over the world. And it's really, really cool because I, too, like to see where everybody's from. And everybody gets to see where everybody else is from. You don't have to be specific. Just, you know, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Nebraska, wherever. If you can kindly type in your states, show everybody where we all from. I am in Massachusetts. And here we go. For all those viewing, so that you know we are not pulling anybody's leg, here you go. Here is the proof. And look at that. My address is Danielle. New Jersey. Oh, Riverman. You're not that far. All right. Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, South Carolina, Connecticut. That's even closer to me. Wow. We got some Floridians in there. All right. All right. You guys got a good governor, eh? All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for doing that. Appreciate it. Yeah, Riverman, that's not that far from me, my friend. So we're practically neighbors. I've been to Connecticut, I think, a few times out there. All right. Let me see here. All right, so that's it, guys. We will keep announcing these new changes for you guys. You get acclimated with them, but most importantly, for you to be updated, please sign up for the email. They just put it in there. It's thevocalist@mail.com, and you just put mailing list in the subject heading so we can update everybody all at once, and you guys will never ever miss a beat. And there we go. All right, moving on. Here's what I did. I said, you know what? Our Fridays are awesome. We feature such great artists, great people like yourselves, all right? And everybody has a chance to feature themselves and or others. Everybody has a chance to be highlighted for the evening because, in our opinion, you guys have a lot of talent. And aside from your talent, you're awesome, awesome people. And so in appreciation of that, you know, we love to do that. Unfortunately, we only have so many hours in a show that we can really promote and do all that for everybody. So that's why we try to squeeze in as much as we can. So tonight is very cool. I received emails, and the best way I figured for me to kind of really get this across is many of you, myself included, all right, sometimes we struggle with our music. We struggle with the emotion of it. We struggle with trying to find the right balance of certain songs, or whether you're playing an instrument, it doesn't matter, right? Music overall is music. And it's all about really finding your music identity. And a lot of you have probably nailed it down to a science. And for those of you that have, that's awesome, because you're in a situation that you can help mentor others who maybe they're just for the first time learning, or maybe they're trying to be inspired, but they don't know how to get themselves inspired. And that's a stumbling block for a lot of musicians starting out, or they may have been in the circuit for a long time. And maybe some are just shy. They're not very confident with addressing live audiences or doing performances. That's okay as well. But what we want to do is help those who really want to get out there, because some of the emails I receive, they want to be featured, but their holdback is that they're not confident enough. And for you guys who are in the chat right now, right? You don't have to be in detail, but if you can quickly, just kind of type up a little bit, like what gives you confidence in music? Is it your ability to sing, to read music, your ability to feel it? Like, what do you guys feel gives you that confidence, and how do you get over it? How does one go from being so shy, not having confidence, to developing that? Now, I can read you what worked for me, but that doesn't necessarily reflect everybody else. So Danielle, yours is feeling. Kathy, I think you just said be very nice, or you're talking to somebody else. Go sing in public. All right. So we have feeling, go sing in public. Well, that's a really good point. That's pretty cool, lady. So, Connie, okay, good point. Terry, that's a really good point. So, John, let me ask you this then. The more you sing in public, because this is some of the stumbling blocks people are having. The problem is they can't get to that public space, right? They can't get themselves to that period. It's that block before they're getting to public appearances. So now Daniela said she has to be able to feel it, which I can connect with that. I think, let me see, who was it? So Connie mentioned she gets confidence from things other than music. Speaking in groups, awesome idea. This is really cool, guys. This is invaluable information, because for those of them who are watching, I hope they're taking notes, because what you're reading right now from these great people who are sharing with everybody out there, this is what helps them. Now, again, it doesn't necessarily reflect that it's going to help you, but this is how they build their confidence, and that's just one step. So what it seems like is that a lot of you, obviously, you have that inspiration, and everybody just kind of grabs it from here, there, or everywhere. Some of you, speaking in public doesn't bother you. I happen to be one of those people. Performing in front of people doesn't bother me. For many, it does. But getting to that point with having the expression, and as Connie said, other things aside from music may help you as well. So maybe music, maybe focusing too much on the music of how it inspires you, maybe another distraction or interruption. that could inspire you. Like many people here are saying that sometimes they'll put themselves around others who are doing it. So say, for instance, as John said, you go to karaoke, you don't have to get up and sing, but maybe watching them or listening to them sing and kind of just feeling how they do it. Because you got to understand something. Everybody who is in this chat, not everybody was all about putting themselves out there. There's several people here that initially were very reserved about going online or being hosted on the show. So they were exactly where you are now. And this goes for anybody out there. So that's the first step right there, is trying to build your confidence, finding that musical identity. Here's another cool thing, all right? Developing or nurturing creativity. Because believe it or not, music is art. Art is art. I know it sounds like a cliche, but it's all one and the same. Music is a form of art, right? So how do you be creative with your music? Doesn't matter if you're singing somebody else's song or not, but how can you be creative? Capture the audience with your heart. 100%. Had to do... See, now Connie's saying about she had to do cold calls from people at the doors. Shyness, yeah, that works. Self-promotion, self-confidence are two different things too, yeah. So see, everybody has different points of what works for them and what doesn't. And Shirley was saying by singing your interpretation of the song. Now, many here know everybody here. So it's easy for us to kind of figure out where everybody's strong points are, right? Loose, yeah. Sales, okay, well, there you go. So what I'm seeing is a lot of people, they have or used what I think to Connie's point earlier was really, really good. They used experiences outside of music. So, for instance, sales jobs, cold calls, door-to-door, talking to people, being in group sessions. And one of the most important things, I think most will agree, it's kind of like that old saying, right? If you surround yourself with enough crap, eventually you're going to smell. Okay? Just the bottom line. It's math. Okay? That's how it works. 1 and 1 doesn't equal 3. So if you surround yourself with enough crap, you will eventually start to smell. With that being said, get away from it. Surround yourself with like-minded people, inspiring people, people who aspire. You don't have to be a millionaire. You don't have to have the finest or the best of anything. But people who are positive people, like-minded people, they aspire to be good people, respectful people, and positive people. When you put yourself around people like that, chances are that's going to rub off on you eventually. Sold events for 7 years. Wow. That's right. Or people that accept you for who you are. That's most important. It truly is. And that's awesome. And somebody hit on it. I think it might have been Daniela. But how's this one? Developing a practice routine. So many have a routine. Now, I don't know about anybody in here, but when I was younger, my routine of singing, how I developed the ability to, back then, to even hold a note in a half of a full bucket, is I would take a recording. Back then, it was a cassette tape. They didn't have CDs back then, I don't think. But I took a cassette tape, and I had this little mini handheld tape recorder. And I'd walk around by myself and I would just play the songs over and over and over again. Then what I would do is I would record myself with a blank cassette. And then I'd play myself back over and over again. And I'd hear my mistakes. And I kept doing that pretty much day in and day out. When I got home from school, that's all I did. But that may not work for you. So guys, what would you recommend to our viewers out there? And by the way, for those of you who don't know, we have many viewers who are not subscribed. That's okay. We won't push you. But so for the many viewers, what would you say to these viewers out there from this community that works best for a routine? How do you develop a routine? What routine do you think works good? Because this is all about mastering your music, right? You want to become a master of it. And it's like anything else. If you want to learn karate and you want to be good at karate, well, you don't do it once. You got to be consistent. So Riverman's saying there's a time in his life couldn't sing a note or play a guitar. Today, does both. Yep, keep practicing and striving to improve. Listen to the same song for the last year. Wow. Now, Charlene, was that a song that you yourself recorded, or are you talking about a song that you were trying to reference and sing? Like, did you record yourself and kind of just listen to it and do that same repetitive practice over and over again? I mean, guys, they're saying it right here in the community. They're saying it, and trust and believe. These people come from experience, and not that we are the best of the best. By no means. That's not what I'm trying to indicate. What I'm trying to say is, they're very vested to what they do. Some, just like anything else in life, some have a stronger point in certain things as others do in other things. But it doesn't mean that you're not good. What they're saying is consistency pays off. No matter what your practice is, no matter how you're doing it, you have to be consistent. Because if you're not consistent, right, then you're going to fail. But with that being said, let me get to the next point. I received this email, and actually his name is John. I've known him for years. He started a karaoke thing. He's got the whole computer stuff now. And back then, we had the, CDs and stuff. Now, John, he's probably about 3 or 4 years older than I am. And back then, he was always interested in music. He used to come to the clubs that I used to DJ and stuff and do karaoke at the time. He was a, decent singer, okay? But he wanted to do DJing and hosting so bad. And now he's got to be 55-ish. But now he wants to start doing it, which is fine. There's no limit at any age. So he emailed me asking me if I had any suggestions and all that stuff. And this was weird because this was just like a day or two before it fell in line with tonight's topic, right? And the best answer I could give him, because he said he doesn't want to fail, the best answer I could give him is that failure is a must. I said, you can't achieve success without failure. It's like trying to light a fire without putting a log in. You have to do one before you get to the other. And I didn't give him that analogy, but I said, well, John, in order to succeed, my friend, you have to fail. So you've got to find what works for you. And today it's so different than what it was years ago. And John, I hope you're watching tonight. He said he was going to try to tune in. But that's the truth, right? We got to fail to get to that success. You sing something easy. Yeah, Bev, isn't that the truth, though? There you go. Sing the songs the way you feel them, even if they're not like the original artist. That's the way Daniela does it. And that's cool. Failures are a blessing that we can learn from. So true. Joe says, seems to have lower notes than he used to, but still hits his high notes. However, some days, he said, the acid reflux prevents him from singing much. Joe, we can relate to that. That's right. But everybody, guys, at one point or the other, right, gets discouraged. You want to take your head. Matter of fact, some of you may have noticed that I have many of you on the, what do you call it, notification. So when you guys do new recordings, I go check them out. I may not comment all the time because I'm trying to listen to everybody's new stuff, right? That's how Denny Cool, knows everything. But I like to listen to what you guys are doing because it tells me a lot about you guys as an individual, right? And so the other night, if you notice, I haven't done any recordings in a while. And there's a reason for that. So the other night, I think it was like Sunday, I was trying to sing this one particular song. And I must have tried it, if not 10 times, none. And I was banging my head against the wall because it's a power note, but it's almost a falsetto, right? And I'm going to get it. I'm going to nail this song, but my voice is changing. So I was so aggravated and frustrated. It may sound like a small thing to many people, all right? But for me, it was so discouraging because what it did is it set me back in my mind that I could have done this years ago without even thinking about it. Just easy. Now, I gotta do it more and more and more. It does, right? It's like, and I don't want to say it's because, we age. Because I think everybody here, we all age gracefully, right? We get wiser. Well, like wine, we get better with age, guys. Just that simple, right? But it's frustrating because you could do something. And this is what I'm talking about with failure to success. So now I failed over and over again. However, I'm going to get it. How long, I don't know. And the song is Kala Mi Amai. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I don't care, but you guys know what it is. It's a tough song to do. It is not. My nephew, look him up. He's in Staten Island. He's a huge success. He's also a DJ and stuff, him and his brother. Vincent Moduno. He has been on TV, all that stuff. Young gentleman. He, when he was younger, opened up for me years ago when I was doing one of my shows. They came from New York. I had him open up for me. But he's a great talent, wonderful gentleman. And he sings a lot of the doo-wop stuff, a lot of the older stuff. And so he gave me one of his newer CDs. And I heard that song. I'm like, I got to sing this. Still not there yet. Between falsetto and head voice. Yes, there is. So Joe, falsetto, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the very definition of falsifying an actual note? When you're singing falsetto, I mean, yeah, the breathing, I understand that, but head voice, yes, is different than falsetto. But wouldn't the falsetto be when you're not actually in note, you're kind of out of note, right? I mean, that's how I always thought it to be. I could be wrong, but that's the way I always assumed falsetto to be. I never understood it to be the head voice. Okay, we got several saying yes, some saying no. Well, put it this way. I am wrong. Okay. It's on pitch, but it's light and breathy. Okay, maybe I have the two confused then. Wouldn't that be head voice, or is head voice the opposite? Anyways, Joe, email me on that because I would like to know. Because, Joe, I'm sorry, John is yelling at me, telling me I'm wrong. I think he just likes to do that. Anyways, it was horrible, guys. It was horrific. And these are really cool. Let me see here. Yeah, you know, listen, I tried that. And this is why I'm super, super, super excited, okay, and I kid you not, about really getting back into doing a couple more shows. I'm going to retire from, not music itself, but doing my shows. I got some shows in the works. I think I mentioned this to you guys the last time, but I'm going to give it a last go-round. And that's why you cannot miss the August show. And ladies, don't forget, if you're new here, just coming on, Ladies Night, June 30th, I believe. We need some ladies. So, your falsetto sounds awful, Drifter. Roy Orbison, I think he sang a lot of falsetto. Joe, you know what? You could, and see, this is my point. Where others are strong, like for example, Joe, I'm going to use you as a primary example. I'm going to call you out here. Where others are strong, this is what I love. I learn so much from you guys, honest truth. You know, I will go back and I'll research stuff. And it's not because I don't believe what anybody's saying. It's I research it so I can benefit myself, so I can learn more about it. Because I pick up a lot of things of what you guys are putting down. And I find it really, really cool and inspiring. You guys have this cool thing going on in this community that you guys built. It's a range. Men sing like the groups of the 50s and 60s. Huh. Now this is going to be interesting because, okay, here's this. See, now we're on the topic of false notes. Mariah Carey, for example. Joe, or let me see here, anybody actually, Kathy, how would you define Mariah Carey? I don't even think Mariah Carey is singing whistle notes. And what, John? Whistle notes. Celine Dion, really? I know, lady, right? You're gonna, John. And I love Mariah Carey. See, this is going to be cool. You know what we have to do one night, and the team's going to kill me like Denny. Like, we literally had a group conversation today. All right? And I tell you that as stressless as these shows sometimes come across, well, you guys know, right? Because we go live, we have hiccups, all that stuff. And me being who I am, I just intensify things for the team because I'm so excited and I love being here with everybody that I don't realize sometimes I say things and then they'll turn around and say, well, you know, you made a commitment to do this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I did? And they're like, yeah. Let me see, who's right, who's right? Hold on, let me see. Who was the best? I don't know, you guys said somebody was the best here. My mantra. She knows how to talk and play with what, Daniela? See, Joe, actually, you know what? Your criteria when you're I don't know, just a suggestion, my friend. But because you're so, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, educated, I'll use that, with the music and the notes and stuff like that. Just an idea, and maybe you could do it from home, I don't know. But they do have, where they're looking for, say, music instructors, teachers, critics, all that stuff. Just a thought, because you have that type of experience. I'm just throwing it out there. Mariah plays with her whistle register. She was a vocal gymnastic. She plays with her whistle register. Okay, that's a new one for me. Danielle, I'll have to look for that next time I watch Mariah sing. She's going to be playing with her whistle register. I know what you're meaning. I'm just playing around with you. Some of you guys, man. All right, guys. This is really cool. And I think you guys touched on it earlier. But I want to hit this again. I really, 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 really do. Expressing emotions through music, all right? But explore different techniques. I think we've discussed that, and approaches to express emotions. Tell your stories through emotion. Now, a lot of you, if not all of you, are great with this one here. So you're telling your stories through your music, such as dynamics, the phrasing, exploring different techniques, diversities, and all that stuff. But essentially, your storytelling. I always say that music is an expression, right? And believe it or not, there are actually several well-established artists. I'm not going to say their names because some of you may be fan faves. Some of them are the older schools, right? That have no emotion, they have no expression when they sing, nothing, right? In my opinion, to master your music, I'm going to give you an example. There's one artist who I've liked for many, many years, okay? He's a country and western singer. But, in my opinion, I just don't think he has a lot of emotion. Kind of a straight, flat singer, if you will. I'm going to use that term. Randy Travis, for example. Great guy, okay? But when I listen to him, it's almost as if like somebody just took a string and just plucked it, and that's his voice, like, and it just runs through a whole entire song. Who? Jason Gold? Yeah. Oh, Gould. Yeah. Yeah, Jason Gould. Oh, Danielle, Randy Travis. Yeah, he's old school. Randy Travis, yeah, he's country and western, but I mean he's old school. But I love Randy Travis. I still do. I think Randy Travis is a great talent. But Frankie Valli, another one. It's weird. Back in the day, right? The doo-wop bands, the 50s, the 60s, you listen to how these artists sang their songs. And more importantly, when you watch the older videos and stuff like that, they had such charisma, style, grace. Like, you could listen to an artist, okay, and understand what that song is about. And every once in a while, you get your monkey wrench of a song in there just because they had to release something. But for the most part, you could listen to these artists and you would understand. You could be passionate, as if they're reading you a bedtime story, right? They're telling you a story, and they're expressing it through music. And today, a lot of artists, especially new upcomers, are having a difficult time with that emotion. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe it's all the noise that's going on around them. Maybe they're so convoluted with everything else. Maybe they're distracted with how to be so perfect. And instead of what you guys were just saying, really just don't be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. What you want to do is you want to feel it. You've got to feel your music. You guys can all relate to that. Every single one of you here. You guys all do songs. Sometimes you have this one particular song and you guys see me. I just sit here, man, and I just listen to it. You know, and it doesn't mean that anybody's better than anybody. It's just when you put that feeling, that emotion into that song, and all of you do it. And that's what really captures people. That's what makes a song better than what it is. And a lot of you, if not all of you, have done songs that have already made the #1 charts by various artists that, in my opinion, you do much better than the actual artist that recorded it. Right? It's kind of like, how do you put grace into something and trying to get your point across through music? It could be the same thing with you playing an instrument. You know, you could just only know a couple of chords or whatever and stuff, but knowing those couple of chords and really putting your heart and soul into it makes a huge, huge difference. Your favorite key mostly is A? Really? Yes, Daniela, listen, I say it all the time. And I don't know if that's in relation to, because maybe now, I don't know, their head's way up here, right? And the humility is gone. I don't know. Many of you know that I'm good friends with Dewey DeRoe, right, from the Oak Ridge Boys. Well, he was there 15 years. Sax tenor, or tenor sax, I'm sorry. I sang with Herb Reeves. I sang karaoke with him. Sang karaoke with Holly Berry. Yes, I'm saying this online because I did when I was in Vegas. And out of everybody that I've met in celebrity status, Dewey DeRoe from the Oak Ridge Boys, when I met him years ago, you want to talk about AKA the Sultan? This dude is the most humble guy as far as being in the, top limelight of musicians. It was just amazing. He was just so humbling, just a really down-to-earth guy, and he didn't have to be. And when he invited me up to sing with his band, it was amazing. But for many of you who are just starting out, and for those of you that have contacted us and you're afraid about being featured, or you're afraid about your voice being heard, let what you've seen tonight be inspiration to you. Read what these people here are saying inspired them. You don't have to use everything verbatim. Maybe you can take bits and pieces from what advice they're giving you, from what works or worked for them. Maybe you can use a lot of that to help you, because we want to have you featured here on our show. We want you to be in our chats. And some people are even so shy back from even chatting, but yet nobody can see you or hear you. You know, that's the whole purpose of doing what we do, is to pull everybody together so everybody can really build, and they built this great community beyond what I ever thought would happen, to be perfectly honest with you. So utilize the people that you have here for support. After the show, read through what they have, read through what people typed up. There's a lot of great recommendations, a lot of great influences in here, because hands down, music aside, We have the best online community, bar none. Hands down, absolutely 100%. I say that with certainty. "100%, John, I agree with you. One important thing," Joe says, "is to have fun." Ah, see, Joe, you caught me off guard, and I'm glad you brought that up. Fun, fun, fun. Joe, I owe you one, because you know what? Had I not said that, I would have been bummed out at myself. Yes. Most importantly, guys, have fun. Doesn't matter if you can't hold a note in the bucket. Doesn't matter if you don't know the words, or who cares, right? When you're having fun, the rest of everything just, it goes away. Your stress, your worries, your anxieties, your fears, and all that stuff. And we invite you to come here. We invite you, even if you don't want to be featured, that's cool. We understand that. We respect that. But join the chat. Join the community. They'll welcome you. Trust and believe, they will. Get to know people. And that may help you build your confidence too. We here don't physically know one another. Maybe some do. I don't know. But I don't know anybody physically. Never met them in my life. But I feel connected in a way with everybody here that is beyond sense. It doesn't make sense. What makes sense is that I feel connected to everybody. And is that a bad thing? No, it's not. Could we pay to have over 1 million subscribers in 1 week? Yeah, many people ask, well, why don't you guys have 1 million, 2 million subscribers? Don't want it right now. We're organic. We want people that want to be here. I don't want to pay to have somebody subscribe to our channel just because we want membership. No. We want you to subscribe and be on our show because you want to subscribe and you want to be on our show and you want to be part of this awesome, great, fantastic community. It's the people. It's the having fun. It's the music. It's the inspiration. I can tell you guys, there's days, and I've said this here to the group and live before, there's days when, man, I'd come home or something, and I'm like, oh, I didn't want to do anything. I just want to go to bed. And I'm sure most of everybody can relate to that. It happens, right? It gets the best of us. Life kicks our butts sometimes. But when I do a show, and I'm having fun, and I see the chats going on, half of it I don't even really get to really engage in because I'm hosting. But you know what I know? Here's what I know. I know that everybody here is having fun. They're engaging with each other. They're building relationships. They're sharing. They're inspiring. They're promoting good attitudes with each other. And above all, they support each other. So this is what the Vocalist channel is all about, guys. All right? So for those of you who emailed us, hopefully this brings some comfort and added positive vibes, if you will, to your skepticism about not singing or not having anybody hear you. Hopefully this helps you out. So I thank the awesome community out there, as I do always, and I always thank my team. And for last minute briefs, guys, that right there is, in a nutshell, how you can master your music, become one with your music, inspire yourself to be creative, be positive, to really feel your music, okay? Hopefully that helped. Everybody participated, which is awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I didn't have to sit there and talk all night like I usually do. Hence, here we go. Final briefs here. Updates. Ladies' Night, June 30th. Need some more ladies. Please, if you're not on the mailing list, sign up for it. Send in the subject line, mailing list. Many of you have. Thank you, awesomeness. Appreciate it. Brian, I will be in touch. We are going to hook up and do an interview with you, my friend. Don't forget, Elvis night. It is the Elvis anniversary month in August. And again, you don't want to miss that. Here we go. First week, guys, new program schedule. Anything goes. The second Tuesday of the month. Members pick. You pick the featured artist. Third Tuesday of the month. Interviews. Okay? And the fourth Tuesday of the month is our fun game night. Now again, anything goes means I can do whatever I want. So we can change it up. We can add. If you guys have ideas, suggestions, all that stuff, send it to our email. And if you're trying to reach a very specific person on the team, please in the subject type their name so they know who it's for. All right? And let me see. Anything else? Boop, boop, boop. Nope, you guys did the states. That was so awesome. I love that stuff. And this Friday, again, a very dear friend, my sister from another mister, Tess Olivia, will be co-hosting with yours truly. We had a great blast the last time we did it together. And again, if you want to co-host, I know some of you have already sent in. So we will be in touch, and we will schedule you to co-host. Can't wait for that. We just have to get through our program. But thank you guys so much. I cannot wait till Friday. We're going to have an immense amount of fun. And, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes tonight's show. And don't forget, with all our great stuff coming up, please sign up for our mailing list, because if you don't, you're going to miss out on the great stuff. And again, can I emphasize, do not miss out of any show the August Elvis anniversary show. Yours truly will be hosting it with a surprise. The team? No, they can't tell you anything. For now, guys, everybody, thank you so much. Have an awesome week till Friday. For all of you viewing and watching, I hope that helped. We thank the community so very much. I thank the team so very much. For everybody out there, guys, take care of others, take care of yourself, be kind and respectful. Until we sing again, I'm your host, Denny L Curtis, the vocalist, and friends. God bless, guys. I will see you all Friday. Have an awesome week. Bye-bye for now.